Yo, 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 yo. What's up? It's the Breakfast Club. I'm Angela Yee. What's up, Charlamagne? What's up, DJ Envy? No, truthfully, both of them are not here right now. Charlamagne says that he has to vote this morning. He's going to be voting. The polls open in the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut at 6 a.m. And, is this DJ Envy?
What's up, Yee?
You were here?
Yeah, what's up?
You were sleeping in the back.
Oh, what's up?
Oh. Well, hey, good morning.
Good morning.
It's election day.
It's Tuesday.
Yes.
It is election day. Make sure you get out there and vote.
Everybody's voting, unless you have voted early, which a lot of people did do.
A lot of people voted early.
I actually have my card at home, so I'm voting in a new place. I usually vote somewhere else, but I register closer to my house.
Okay.
So I can go right near my home in Brooklyn and vote.
I'm voting after work today, so as soon as we get off, I'm going to head to the polls and go vote, pick gear up, and then head over there and just go vote.
Yes, yesterday I was at the Library Lions Gala. Now, I am the ambassador for the New York Public Library. So
Do people still go to the library?
Yeah. If you go to this one library yeah, they do.
Really?
But they want to encourage more people to go.
Okay.
You know, the whole thing about the library is it's not just taking out books. There's a lot of other services that they have for people. Like if you have English as a second language, they have classes there. They have all types of things that you can do to help you with job placement. There's a lot. You can register to vote at the library.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of things that go down at the library. So it's not just for taking out books. But, yeah, so they had this huge gala last night where they honored the Library Lions. One of the people honored was Francis Ford Coppola.
Okay.
And he was there, so he was signing books, and the authors that were there was 5 people.
Cool.
They all were signing their books. I was sitting next to Marcus Samuelson. If you know who he is, he owns different restaurants. He's a chef. He owns the Red Rooster in Harlem.
Oh, okay.
He owns a restaurant called Marcus that we actually ate at in Bermuda, where we were staying at the resort, the Princess Hamilton.
Yeah.
So him and his wife were sitting on. He said he listens to the show every single morning.
Oh, good morning to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I haven't been to the library in a long time. I think the last time I've been there was my kids doing homework there a couple of years ago.
Did you go to the library growing up?
All the time. I mean, you had to. I mean, if you had to do a homework or if you had to do a project, you had to go to the library to go get an encyclopedia, you know, so we couldn't afford encyclopedias. They were always too expensive. So we went to the library and we used them and, you know, borrowed them and then returned them. I still think I might owe my library some money from.
Well, you should go pay them.
Not returning books. I think after a while, I think it just cancels itself out.
And imagine you don't have Wi-Fi at home or you don't have a computer at home. You can go to the library and use their resources. So it's just a great thing. Actually, when I went to go visit the New York Public Library, I got to go see the first edition of Shakespeare, of Jane Eyre. They have those original books in there, and they give you a whole tour and all of that. It was amazing.
Okay, well.
But you know I'm in there. I love reading and I love books.
I don't have no time. All right, well. On this morning, Michelle Williams and Chad Johnson will be joining us. Michelle Williams, of course, Destiny's Child member, and her husband, Chad Johnson. Are they married yet, or we don't know?
They are engaged.
They're engaged.
Yes, and they have a show called Chad Loves Michelle.
Okay, on the OWN network. So we'll talk to them in a little bit. And it's all about voting, so get your ass up, even if you got to get up a little early, get out there and vote. All right. Now, let's get the show cracking. Front page news, what are we talking about?
Well, let's talk about how many people have voted so far. A surge of younger voters. We'll give you some numbers. Also, we'll discuss what Oprah has had to say. There's these racist robocalls that sound like it's Oprah, and she's responded to them.
Okay, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, Charlamagne, he stopped by the polls this morning, so he is voting. But let's get into the front page news. In Monday Night Football, the Titans beat the Cowboys 28-14. Now, what else we talking about, Yee?
Well, more than 30 million Americans have voted in the midterms already. So they're saying at least 31 million people have voted early nationwide. So during this point, during the 2014 midterms, about 19 million people voted early. So that's way more than what happened in 2014.
Right.
But they did say, while this is great, the country has been moving toward a more robust use of early voting for years. And it's also not clear if the early vote in key states is showing up to support Trump and Republicans or Democrats.
Do you know, when you vote, do you really know who you're voting for, or do you do Democrat, or Republican?
I don't think I know everybody.
Okay.
But I do know some people. I try to look it up before I go, so I research what's happening in my area. But I don't think I'm trying to think, have I ever voted for a Republican? It would take a lot.
I'm going to vote for one today.
Who?
It's actually in town. His name is Jim Frieda. He's actually a Republican running. and he's really trying to help the kids in the community. He's trying to give them better equipment for sports, better fields. He's trying to do a lot more to help the youth.
So that's your interest.
So that's my interest in that area. That's the only time I will ever vote probably Republican. I can't say ever, but I just know he's doing a lot for the kids and the students in my town where I live. So I think he'll be a good.
All right, and both Facebook and Twitter have been deleting accounts. Now, Twitter deleted over 10,000 accounts that were urging users not to vote. They were actually pretending to be from the Democratic Party after, and they were discouraging people, telling them not to vote. I saw some of those.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, y'all must think I'm stupid. Now, in addition to that, Oprah has had to respond to racist robocalls. There were these robocalls that were being made in her name. The person was pretending to be her and pretending to go against Stacey Abrams. If you haven't heard it, and I know this is difficult to listen to because it's disgusting, but we do have some of that for you.
This is the magical Negro, Oprah Winfrey, asking you to make my fellow Negress, Stacey Abrams, the governor of Georgia. Where others see a poor man's Aunt Jemima, I see someone white women can be tricked into voting for, especially the fat ones. And so I promise that every single person who votes for Stacey Abrams, you're going to get a new car. So you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car, and you get a car. Everybody gets a car.
That's not funny.
How disgusting.
That's not funny at all.
Is that like, not even that it's funny, but who even has the time or the thought to even do something like this? Well, Oprah has responded to these racist robocalls. Here's what she said.
I heard people were making racist robocalls in my name against Stacey Abrams, who I am 100% for. I just want to say, Jesus don't like ugly. And we know what to do about that. Vote.
That's right. Get out there and vote. Georgia, Stacey Abrams needs you. Make sure you get out there and vote. Florida, Andrew Gillum needs you. Make sure you get out there and vote. If you got to check on what their policies are, Google it this morning, but get on out there and vote.
I just want to say that sounded nothing like Oprah.
Nothing at all. That was
on top of
horrible.
everything else. Can you just, Jamas, can you just run that back? That did not sound, just a little bit, that did not sound like Oprah.
This is the magical Negro,
Come
Oprah
on.
Winfrey.
That was an
asking you
awful
to make my fellow
impersonation.
Negress.
The magical Negro, my goodness.
All right. Well, that is your front page news.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, call us up right now. Phone lines are wide open. 800-585-1051. Hit us up right now if you want to vent, you want to get some things off your chest, or if you feel blessed, you want to spread some positivity. 800-585-1051. Again, Georgia, Stacey Abrams needs you this morning. Get your ass up. Give yourself a little extra time. Don't get that coffee this morning if you're going to be a little late. Just skip breakfast if you need to. Stacey Abrams needs you. Andrew Gillum out in Florida.
Everybody needs you. You guys get out there no matter where you live. Go out and vote.
Get out there and vote, all right? Well, call us up right now. Phone lines are open. Get it off your chest. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
This is Bree.
Hey, Bree, get it off your chest this morning, mama.
I want to tell you why I'm blessed. So
Go
I'm
ahead.
25 years old. Last year, April 2017, I was diagnosed with stage 3 Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh, my goodness.
I went through 15 months of chemo and radiation, and they told me there was a very slim chance that I would be able to have kids. Now I'm 3 months pregnant, and so far it seems like a very healthy baby.
My goodness,
Ooh,
congratulations.
you are blessed, girl. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm very excited, very blessed.
God is everything. Congratulations, Ma.
Thank you.
All right, enjoy pregnancy because it's one of the best. Okay?
Are you going to vote today, too?
I am going to vote today. I just moved here about a month and a half ago, and I registered right away.
All right. You are so dope.
Have a great day, Mama.
You too. Thank you.
All right, God bless that baby. Hello, who's this?
Yo, what's good? What's good? This is Antonio Zapata. I like the Cardi B tickets and stuff like that, but I'm kind of broke, you know.
Good morning. This
you-
is the Magical Breakfast
Okay,
Club.
what's up, bro? Get it off your chest. What's up?
I know that we're World Series champs and stuff like that, you know. You know, I'm just trying to see how's the way for me to get some money because I'm on SSI right now, and I understand it costs like $42. Thanksgiving's coming up. I don't know how to get some money to go to, you know what I mean, the Apollo or the Cardi B show. Which one would you go to first?
I would if you're struggling with money, I wouldn't go to neither. I would save my money and make sure I can pay rent for next month, bro.
I pay rent. I pay $600 for rent.
What about the following month? If you have to make that determination, if you're going to figure out if if you're gonna go to Apollo or see Cardi B, I would just keep saving some money, bro.
No, I already got the Apollo tickets.
Okay. So what's the problem? You need more tickets?
No, I need a ride to get there.
You can't take the train?
I need some more clothes. I need everything. So I don't know where to go to.
Well, if you bought tickets without having clothes or without having a ride, I don't know if that was a smart decision, bro.
I'm not gonna. But no, I can get the money. But I just can't sell either. So do you think I should be an Avon representative?
Yeah, you should do that.
No.
You sounds like a great salesperson already.
I definitely wouldn't buy no Avon from you, bro.
Maybe some Skin So Soft because it keeps the mosquitoes away.
Yeah, I understand.
Well,
Okay.
thank you. Have a nice day. I can't. Hello, who's this?
Hey, this Rodney, man, calling from H-Town. What's happening?
What's up, bro?
H-Town?
Get it off your chest.
Yeah. Man, I'm calling to say I'm blessed, bro. I got out of work early. You know what I'm saying? I normally work 14-hour shifts, be feeling like 12 years a slave in this mug. But I just want to say, man, I'm blessed because I'm black and I'm proud. But why white people so mad at us like we did something to them, man?
Who's mad at you?
I say just like white people, all the stuff that's been going on lately in the media, all the controversy, all the hate crimes, all the hangings, lynchings, and
No, you
everything.
right.
Like we was asked to be here. Why they hate us so much, man?
You know what? And it's just that I feel like things have been going on for so long, but now we have camera phones, so we're exposing a lot more of what's going on. It's going viral. I just ask that when something like that happens, don't get baited into doing something that could get you in trouble. And yes, film it. Let it go viral. We'll share those stories and get people fired from their jobs and make them be just outcasts and pariahs from the world.
All that.
Man, that's what's up. And I want to say, man, I listen to y'all every morning when I be in my truck because I'm a truck driver. And man, it's actually my first time calling, and I got through, so I'm a little excited, man. So,
All right.
Man, I love y'all. I love listening to the show, Charlamagne, you too, G.
Yo.
Angela Yee. I love y'all, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, man.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you
do me
to
a
the
favor,
magical
bro.
truck driver.
Do me a
Alright,
favor.
y'all be blessed, man.
You in that truck now?
Nah, I just got off early. That's what I'm saying. I normally work like 14-hour shifts. I work 6 hours today, so I'm happy I'm off.
You didn't hear him say it's 12 years a slave for him?
I thought he was still in the truck. I was going to ask him to blow the horn. All right, thank you, brother.
And he always would have got to blow his horn.
Now, you know what it is? As a kid, you never drove to Disney World, but as a kid, we used to drive to Disney, so it used to take us like 3 days, and we used to pass the truck drivers. And the exciting part, because we didn't have, at the time, Wi-Fi or
You used to pull
cell
up your
phones.
shirt, Envy? And
No, me and my cousin used to bet and see who could get the truck drivers to blow the horn the fastest, and never mind.
Envy used to pull his shirt up. And
You never played that or Punch Buggy, no Punch Back? Oh, you never drove to Disney. Okay, anyway. Get
Do
it
they
off
still
your
have
chest.
punch buggies on the road anywhere?
800-585-1051.
I haven't seen one in forever.
If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So you better have the same energy.
Hello, who's this?
It's Jaquel from Franklin, Virginia, man.
Jaquez. What up, bro?
It's Jaquel.
Oh, Jaquel. I'm sorry. Get it off your chest, bro.
I just want to make a shout out to my wife and kids, man. Kiana Gay, man. My 4 kids.
That's
tell them I
sweet.
love them, man.
Well,
That
congratulations,
is so
man.
sweet. Jaquel loves y'all.
I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too now.
That was so sweet. He really just called to shout out his wife and kids. I love that.
There you go. Hey, bro, get it off your chest, man.
Man, I just want to call and give a big shout out to y'all for getting the word out about the vote, man. I'm a teacher down here, and with everything going on, especially in Kentucky, like, it's really crucial that people get out there and have their words heard, and y'all let them know that their words make a difference. It's going to help a lot of people. I just appreciate that.
Yeah, get out there and vote. I know some of y'all, it might take a little longer because the lines might be long, but get out there, leave yourself a little extra time. If you miss your coffee this morning or you miss your breakfast, it's very important. Get out there and vote. Thank you, brother.
I wonder when is the most crowded time at the polls.
I'm sure the morning time when people are going to work, right before people go to work and right when they get off of work. I'm sure that's the most crowded times.
I remember last time I voted, I went like in the afternoon and it was empty. I walked right in.
Yeah, I went when it was empty too. Hello, who's this?
This EJ.
EJ from Cali. What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Yo, first off, big ups on your car show, DJ Envy. Hey, Angela Yee.
Hey, boo.
You're beautiful. I love your podcast. Matter of fact, I love both y'all's podcasts and Charlamagne. I know he's out there voting and whatnot. Yo, deadass, I am sick and tired of military members not being able to find employment in America.
Mm-hmm.
I just got the Air Force. They make it so difficult for us. I have not found one federal government job in my realm of what I do that is even open to give me an interview. And it's not just me. It's mad military members. It's hard for a lot of us to, when we get out of the military, to find jobs that correlate to what we do. But for me, it should be mad simple. I do HR.
Right.
That's all I do is HR. So it's like they make it so difficult for us, and then they pass us up on other people that they already know or people that they already want to bring into their their agency. It's like it's mad tiring.
It's
mad
man.
annoying too.
You know
well,
what?
thank you for the sacrifices that you made, because I couldn't
Absolutely.
imagine sacrificing for your country and not being guaranteed some type of employment when it's all said and done.
Absolutely. And, you know, shout out to all the military. You know, I flip houses, and one of the houses that I flipped a couple of weeks ago, there was a guy from the military living on the back porch. He just, you know, posted up a tent there, which is he had nowhere to live. And when we bought the house and I seen him there, he told me he was from the military. And I told him that, you know, if he wanted to work and help us renovate the house, we would pay him to do it. And he was so grateful and so happy. Shout to Caesar. And we actually gave him a job, you know what I mean? Because we understand that he wanted work. It wasn't like he was just trying to bum around and do nothing. No, he wanted to work. He couldn't find a job. So he's now going to be working for us, and we gave him some money to help renovate and demo one of our cribs. So shout out to all the military and everybody that sacrifices for us, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, Envy. Oh, also, I want to give a shout out to my boy Trav. I talk to him every day on IG, so I want to say what's up to that boy.
Well, our boy Trav up here from the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Trav needs his own show or something, or a segment.
No, I keep telling Trav and I are going to try to start a podcast. Put it in the atmosphere right now. I'm going to try to start a podcast with Trav. Hopefully it works. We'll see what happens. Angela, bring him on your podcast.
Oh, yeah, he is. We already planned a day. It's going to be the end of the month.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you single, sir? Because I know Trav is single. He could be your type.
First off, I'm straight, 100% straight.
Oh, my bad.
All right, I love the black women. I love the black women. You know, black women when they win.
Shout out to us.
Always.
I mean, don't knock it till you try it. You've been shouting out Trav all morning.
All the black women. Also, Fun Size T.
Taylor, who works up here.
Oh, you like Fun Size T?
Taylor. I love Taylor. She's my WCW, WCE. Yo, that one right there, yo, I love her.
All right, you like girls from Philly?
Shot, but she be denying me.
All right. Well, we might put you on hold and try to get you
I'm going to put the good word in for you.
Yo, go ahead. Yo, my IG is EJ.
Hold on.
Give a military man a shot, man. He sacrificed for this country, Taylor. At least you could do is go on a date with EJ.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, you can hit us up at any time. Now, we got rumors on the way?
Yes, find out who just put out their first rap single. See what you think of it. It's featuring Yo Gotti and Jeremiah. We got a snippet for you.
Okay, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
All right. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, shout out to everybody in Queens. Again, go out and vote. So this is what we're doing out in Queens. Shout out to a free ride transportation, and also shout out to St. James Baptist Outreach Ministry. So what we're doing out in Queens, my area of Queens, we're going to offer free rides to the polls for voters who are senior citizens and can't get to the polls. So if you're older and you can't get to the polls, I'll give you Instagram and a number where you can call. And if you're a senior citizen, we will get you to the polls this morning. You ain't got to worry about paying for a cab or Uber or not feeling like you're going to be safe. We're going to get you to the polls this morning, all right? Free ride transportation if you're in my borough of Queens. We're going to get you to the polls this morning. We have a bunch of sprinters on the street, and we're going to get you to the polls. We want you to get out there and vote. We'll take care of all the costs. Just get out there and vote. All right. Again, it's a free ride transportation. You can hit at a free ride transportation. I'll give you the number in the website, and we'll pick you up and take you to the polls and bring you back home safely. All right. Now let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Riri. Rihanna.
Listen up.
This just in. All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, Rihanna has had to send a cease and desist to Donald Trump, and that's because she was using one of her songs. He was using one of her songs during his rallies. If you remember, he was also using Pharrell's Happy during a rally.
I remember.
And Pharrell sent that cease and desist. Well, now Rihanna has sent a cease and desist as well. She has not provided her consent to Mr. Trump to use her music. Such use is therefore improper. Trump's unauthorized use of Ms. Fenty's music creates a false impression that Ms. Fenty is affiliated with, connected to, or otherwise associated with Trump. He was playing Don't Stop the Music during his rallies, and that's how she found out because a reporter from the Washington Post, Philip Rucker, actually tweeted about it. And she responded to that tweet like, thanks for letting me know. I'm going to make sure that's not happening anymore. All right, Nicki Minaj, congratulations to her. She is the first female artist with 100 entries on Billboard's Hot 100.
Nice.
Congratulations to Nicki Minaj.
Congrats to her.
Now, that song that she has with Tyga, Dip, is the song that actually became her 100th entry into the chart. It's debuting at number 83 on the chart, so that's a big deal.
Congratulations to Nicki, man. Give her a round of applause. Drop a bomb for her, man. All right.
Also, congrats to Cardi B. She's teamed up with Reebok. They have a new partnership together.
You can just do one and just separate them a little bit.
This whole thing is about women.
Okay,
So we're talking about Rihanna cease and desist. We just talked about Nicki Minaj. Now we're talking about Cardi B.
Okay.
Teaming up with Reebok. They have a new partnership. She posted, if you don't know, now you know, hashtag Reebok Classic. So congratulations to her.
Shout out to Cardi and the whole Barty gang. I love Cardi.
Yes. And also Black China. She has a new song out, and it's called Deserve. This is her first rap single. It's featuring Yo Gotti and Jeremiah, and we do have a snippet for you.
All right, let's hear it.
You thought think you about to hop about the whip, then hop up in this. You some talk that talk, but when it's time to flip, you shook. Nothing better than them dollars, man. I'll look up more than your retirement. And it's too dark in here, don't make me pull a tag out. Cause I got the hoes and all. Under the act, they fall. And they don't do broke at all.
See, I'm thinking, right? I'm like, Charlamagne's not here. He's at the polls. But if Charlamagne was here, what would he be thinking?
It's unpredictable. I don't know what his relationship with Black China is.
That song is
to say
whack.
that.
She said she's going to light the club up with a Tech 9.
Well, her whole thing is money over men. That's the theme of the song. And so, yeah.
What was Charlamagne?
But she's been working on music for quite some time, trying to make it happen.
Okay.
So that's just a snippet. It's featuring Yo Gotti and Jeremiah. It's called Deserve.
God bless her.
All right. Well, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your rumor report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. And I want to tell everybody again, if you're in Queens, of course, I'm from Queens, we're giving free rides to senior citizens to get to the polls and back home. All right. So if you live with a senior citizen, you are a senior citizen, your mom or dad is a senior citizen, get a pen, 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 get a pen. 718-843-7433. All right, we'll get you to the polls back and safely. We'll take care of all the costs. Shout to a Free Ride Transportation. That's the company that usually takes me around when I'm traveling. And St. James Baptist Outreach Ministries. We'll take care of all your costs. All right, so if you need to get to the polls, we need you to get there out there and vote. All right, we'll take care of it. There's no reason why you can't get out there today. We'll take care of it. That's in my borough of Southside and Northside Jamaica, Queens. All right?
I just want to tell people also, when you're out and about today, moving around, just be polite to each other.
Absolutely.
And I know a lot of us don't know what somebody's going through, but it is a stressful time. People have high anxiety right now as they're getting ready to vote, as they're going in there. Just be polite to each other. That's all I ask. Everybody just be very civil. It's a lot of activity, a lot of people moving around today. So, let's get out there and make it happen.
All right. Now we got front page news next year.
Yes. Imagine you're on a flight and you end up sitting in some feces, and then you're told to either stay in your seat or get off the plane.
Wow. All right. We'll get into that when we come back. Keep it locked. And don't forget, from Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams and her fiance, Chad Johnson, will be joining us next hour. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get into some front page news. And I just tell you how I'm trying to get senior citizen Queens, where I'm from, to get people to the polls. If you're doing the same thing, no matter where you're from, if you're in Georgia doing the same thing, if you're in Chicago, if you're in Florida, if you're in Jersey, whatever it is, hit us up and tag us on Instagram so we can shout you out, because we're trying to get people to the polls now.
And also, if you have, if you use Uber or Lyft, and those companies also are offering free or discounted rides to the polls today. Also, just so you know, Uber and Lyft.
Okay. All right, let's get into some front page news now. Monday Night Football. The Titans demolished the Cowboys 28-14. Looks like the Cowboys season is officially over, like my Giants. Now, what else are we talking about, Yee?
So just for you guys to know, if you want to use Uber to actually get to the polls, Uber is partnering with hashtag Vote Together and Democracy Works to make sure that transportation is not an issue or a barrier to get to the polls. You can use the promo code Get Around 2 Vote, and you get $10 off if you're using Uber. And according to Lyft, they're saying that about 15 million people were registered but did not vote because of transportation issues back in 2016. So they're also offering 50% off or up to $5 off rides across the country and free rides to underserved communities that face significant obstacles to transportation. So you have to enter your zip code on Lyft's partner BuzzFeed's website. Just so you can do that.
Alrighty.
All right, now let's talk about getting on the plane and sitting in poo. Imagine that happened to you.
No, I can't.
Well, that happened to Matthew Meehan. He was on a flight from Atlanta to Miami on Delta. I hate that this is Delta because I fly Delta all the time. And he said he was sitting there and he's like, "What is that smell?" He said, I looked around, and he thought, not another flight that smells bad. He said he wasn't the only one who noticed. He said, I realized the person next to me also had their nose covered. Then when I went to take my charger out, bent down completely to charge my phone, I realized it's not just a smell. It's actually feces, and it's all over the back of my legs. It's all over the floor, all over the wall of the plane.
No, Delta.
And I sat in it.
Oh, my goodness.
So they went to the front of the plane to notify the flight crew, and the crew said, are you kidding me? We turned that in. I can't believe they didn't clean it. That's when they gave him 2 paper towels and a bottle of gin to clean himself with in the bathroom.
What?
And he was saying he didn't know where the diarrhea came from. He didn't know if it was
That's
a person.
disgusting.
Originally, they said it was a person who had gotten sick. Then they said it was a German Shepherd. Then they said it was a Golden Retriever puppy.
Oh, my goodness.
But he said it doesn't matter. It's feces. It carries disease any way you look at it.
Don't they clean the planes? Delta usually cleans the planes before they switch.
They're supposed to. They said Delta broke protocol
disgusting.
in continuing the boarding process once the biohazard was identified and reported. So they should not have even taken off after that. They did keep on boarding the plane, and they told him he could either get in his seat or get off the plane.
What did he do?
Got off the plane.
Oh, I would think so. I would have dragged that poo all up and down the aisles. That plane would have definitely had to stop. I would have passed out. I would have fainted. I would have thinking about I'm going to be suing somebody. I'd have got sick. All of the above. That would happen to me.
Yeah, so everybody actually ended up being on that flight, having to sit there with feces all over the place.
No, Delta.
Yeah, and, after that, he said he might take legal action.
He should. He got to get sick first, but then he definitely should.
He actually stayed on the plane, landed in Miami, and he was supposed to fly to Tampa, but he said he just took an Uber instead for 4 hours because he just didn't want to get back on the plane after that experience. I don't know.
That's
the flight was
freaking
oversold.
disgusting.
They said they couldn't move his seat. Would you have stayed on?
No.
What if you were headed
no.
to a gig that was paying you really well? You're already in the poo.
Now, wait. It depends how much they paying. Now, it depends how much they paying. Now, if they paying a lot of money, I might have to sit in the pool for a little bit. If that's the last flight, I'll think about
Or
it.
let's say Logan has a game. It's a championship game, and you got to get home.
I'd have sat in the pool. I definitely would have sat in the pool. There was nothing you could do. I'd have wiped. I'd have cleaned it. Oh, my gosh. I'd have sat in that pool.
You dirty boy.
Yeah, you wouldn't sit in the pool?
No.
Oh, I would have sat in the pool for my son now.
Now, what if it was a first class seat and they said you could either stay in first class in the pool or go back into a middle seat and coach?
I don't care. I'd have sat in the middle seat and coach.
Oh, okay.
I
know you're a little bougie.
No, whatever I got to do to get home, I'm going to get home. All right. Well, that's front page news. Now, when we come back.
Front poo news.
Stupid. From Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams and her fiance, Chad Johnson, will be joining us. So we'll kick it with them next.
Right, and also continue the adventure with Newt Scamander as he teams up with Albus Dumbledore to stop the Dark Wizard's Grindelwald's plans to divide the wizarding world. That's Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. That's in theaters November 16th, rated PG-13. So you can make it in, Envy.
No, I'll pass.
It's PG-13. You can do it.
All right. Maybe I'll go check it out. All right. Destiny's Child member Michelle Williams and her fiance, Chad Johnson. When we come back, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got some special guests in the building.
Hey.
Now, it looks like she's going to the Grammys. She's about to perform at the Grammys. We have Michelle Williams. Welcome.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Michelle.
Chad Johnson. Welcome, sir.
Good morning.
Y'all don't have a cute nickname yet? Like Chad Shell or something like that?
People been trying it.
Yeah, give it a shot.
Chadell.
We'll go with what you got.
Chad Neutral.
Chad Neutral.
Chad I like.
Chad Nitra. Oh, I like that. That's the one.
Chanitra.
Yes, I like Chanitra.
You do know that y'all were like the first to uncover my first name, right?
Tanitra?
Yes.
It was Googleable?
Thanks you so much.
Well,
no,
that was
I don't even know
before
how.
Google.
I don't even know how y'all found that out.
I don't remember that either.
Years ago.
So, Michelle, how did you meet Chad?
So I met Chad. It was recommended that I go to one of his retreats. So he has a ministry called Elevate based out of Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Every year he has a young adult camp called Remix. They were like, you gotta go. So I was in a place where I was like, you know what? I just need a word. I need Jesus, praise and worship music. So we go.
Well, what were you going through that you needed that?
Just
life.
I mean, it's
don't you
That's
need
good.
God?
But enough to go on a retreat, that's a lot to say. I'm going on a retreat by myself.
Yes, and I've heard so much about this retreat from other peers in gospel music, and I was like, okay, so I went and forgot my makeup and everything, so I went barefaced. I didn't have a curling iron, just a ponytail, and I was like, listen, this is what it is. I didn't come for anything else but
healing.
Okay. So his best friend's wife, Lizette, was like, yo, first day I get there, I think you and Chad would be so cute together. I said, I didn't come to flirt with the pastor. I'm not his conference concubine. This is not what, it ain't that type of party, boo-boo. But he was very nice, very hospitable, and we literally left it at that. It was one of the most powerful, life-changing conferences I've ever been to in my life.
Chad, what were you thinking when you first saw Michelle? Did you have to sneak off and say a little prayer like, God, please, I know the flesh is weak.
Right. The spirit's willing.
Yes.
I mean, she's beautiful. Her reputation precedes her. And what she didn't tell you was the first night she was there after we met, she made me a salad, a chicken salad. And so I said, your mama taught you well, because the way to a man's heart is through what?
His stomach.
What made you make him a salad?
So when I grew up in church, I was raised in church. I was raised to serve. So after it was like midnight or something, he comes in after he has everything settled from church that night. He walks in and everybody's like, great service, Pastor Chad. And I was like, he goes into the refrigerator and nobody did anything. Nobody got up to like fix him anything. He preached and everything. I was like, no one's gonna because where I come from, you serve.
Is you hungry?
Is you hungry? So I got up. It was some salad stuff and I shook that thing up real good. Got that ranch dressing distributed evenly throughout the lettuce and served him. And that was literally it. And about a month later, 2 months later, maybe he reached out to me because he remembered that I had to sing somewhere. I had to do 6 services in one day. He said, hey, I remembered you had to do, I know you're going to kill it. He prayed for me. And then I was like,
this is a sign.
It showed me that he remembered. He was thoughtful. And I was like, I think I want to pursue this. But I never told him because I know a lot of women come up to him and say, you know, the Lord told me you my husband. And I never want to be that chick. But I knew there was something special about him.
Like that?
Being single in ministry for 22 years, man.
That's some good G, though.
What if a woman said she was praying for your penis, Chad? Just seriously. All jokes aside, how do you tell her that, no, that's not how this works?
I'd say just stay right here at the altar in the prayer line.
Yeah. So how do you flirt with the pastor, Michelle? How do you shoot your shot with the pastor? How do you let the pastor know it can go down?
Well, it ain't gonna go down until we're married, right? But
I'm not just talking about sexually nasty. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, but I'm just telling you. Let me tell you. Listen,
they're waiting until they get married.
Listen now, the struggle is all the way real. He is awesome. He's fine. He works out. He's everything that was on my list except for the dark skin part.
And the nice hair.
And the nice hair. But he has everything else. Well, so I had this list. I was like, he got tall, dark skin.
What's wrong with a light skin brother?
Because y'all be in the mirror. Y'all think y'all, you know.
Chad, you be in the mirror?
Hold on. Chad, you light skin?
Obviously.
I thought you was Caucasian. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I am.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
his ancestry DNA and not a drop.
Got you.
It's all European.
So did you have a problem with having a white guy?
No, I didn't. He's got so much swag and
I thought he was light skinned.
listen. A lot of R&B music he's put me up on.
Okay.
So for me, it wasn't about, oh my gosh, he's white. It wasn't until we went public that everybody made it a problem.
What did your family say? Because you said you grew up in the church, and usually, you know, black families in church, they like, you gonna come back with a black man or you gonna come back with a black woman. What was their reaction?
First of all, they were just so excited that somebody is gonna marry me. First of all,
Oh, my lady.
they just, I mean, I will never forget. Like, it could be a mailman that's dropping off a package, and my dad'd be like, Yeah. I'm like, no, Dad, he's just dropping off a package. They just want to put me up with anybody, and everybody was just so excited that, you know, he's a great man. They know his level of commitment and who he is. And my mother don't like nobody that I've ever dated. But she loves Chad.
Chad, how did your family feel about you being married, bringing a sister home?
I don't know. They weren't shocked. You know?
I'm not the
went to
first.
Brown.
Okay, you like black women.
I mean, I like women. You know, my family, we've been raised in such a unique way. My mom serves on the Native American reservations. So our whole life has been completely multicultural.
All right, we got more when we come back from Destiny's Child, Michelle Williams, and her fiance, Chad Johnson. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. From Destiny's Child, we have Michelle Williams and her fiance, Chad Johnson. Charlamagne?
What made y'all decide not to have sex before marriage? Is it all faith-based?
So when we started dating, Chad said sex is not an option. And I was like, okay, all right, cool. Because I'm not going to go into marriage a virgin, because I don't want anybody to think that I've been perfect. But I felt this was so good because I don't feel pressured to have sex to keep a man.
And when you say sex, you mean everything, not...
Everything to keep a man. I don't have to do that. I don't have to feel the pressure of that. And I got different results. We were dating less than a year, and he put a ring on it with no booty.
It's real. We have our love's real.
I can't even
our
hug
attraction's
him.
real.
Get hard.
I'm like, yo,
That wedding day is gonna be. That wedding night is
I wonder
gonna
if
be
he knows
crazy.
that is hard right now.
Charlamagne.
That's next. Too close, Tanitra.
Now, I had a scripture for you. Give me my phone, Irma. I had scriptures
Michelle,
ready.
can I ask you something? You guys did have your ups and downs in the relationship, and there was a time when it didn't seem like you guys would get married, right? So is that going to play out on the show, or we see what happens?
It will play out in the show. And so the reason why we're even doing the show, it's not something that we have to do. We started pre-engagement counseling even before we got engaged. It's pre-engagement to just kind of figure out, okay, he is like, am I really going to spend these racks on this girl and this ring?
I'm not gonna spend the church's money on
Come on, man.
It's not the church's coin.
On racks.
Not the church's coin. But when we started sharing with our friends about counseling, we realized how so many people do not do marriage counseling. And we were like, okay, let's film ours in real time with our real therapist. And that's what we chose to do. She recommends 8 sessions before she even recommends marriage to her couples. And we're doing 8 episodes. So throughout the 8 sessions are finances, communication, intimacy, family. Each week we'll talk about, those different parts of our therapy. So we're like, listen, we'll be the guinea pig. We'll sit on the sofa and let everybody at home get their therapy through us.
That's dope.
Yeah, man.
That's hella dope.
What did you guys go through that made it a period of time when it wasn't working?
Oh my gosh. Right? So all this year I found myself slipping back into depression, but I didn't tell anybody.
Why?
Just some unresolved. He put it together so amazing. Some soul wounds that just have had me so jacked up mentally, like figuring out like, how come I didn't speak up for myself? How come I stayed in certain relationships? How come as a child I witnessed and saw some things, verbal abuse, the bullying, the this? How come that is affecting me in my adulthood?
Right.
And it's so real that whatever you're not healed from in your childhood manifests itself somehow in your adulthood. For me, I wanted to marry Chad. I wanted us to be engaged. And then when we got engaged, I started feeling unworthy. I mean, just feeling all the pressure. And then who he is, especially in his world, he is so esteemed and so respected. But I come from Destiny's Child, booty shaking music.
Secular music.
Secular music. About to marry a pastor. Do I fit in his world? Because a lot of people were like, oh gosh, Chad, you're marrying darkness.
But you did gospel music too.
I know, but they don't. They haven't done their history. Okay. They haven't done their history. Just a lot of the pressures, just a lot of the unhealed stuff. So for me, the last bit was a lot of the anger. So I didn't tell anybody. I didn't even tell him. He didn't know until I said, I have to go to the hospital, is when he was like, oh. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell family. I didn't tell friends because I didn't want anybody to be like, oh gosh, here we go again. And I felt like a hypocrite because being an ambassador for the Office of Women's Health, being so open since 2013 about depression, I felt like a hypocrite. Like, I got to just deal with this on my own.
Was it suicidal thoughts that made you want to go to the hospital, or was it like, what made you say, I have to go?
The anger and the darkness, that was just, I was having out of body, feeling not like myself, feeling literally like something was taking over me. I was not suicidal this time, but I had questions. Well, if this don't work out, why should I live? Mm-hmm. But I didn't have any plans. And so I hit my therapist up to let her know. And so we were finding various facilities to go to. And I found one that I was like, okay, I think this is the one for me. And when I went in, I didn't even think of who I was. I just went. It was affecting our relationship.
Y'all broke up twice, right? I'm assuming you broke up with him because you felt like, it's me, not you, Chad.
I did.
How long were you there for?
So I was there for like 6 days. I wanted to stay longer, but when a famed media source found out, I got very, very scared. So my manager called me and said, I just want you to know that we got a phone call. No, I'm sorry. He got an email. And the email said, we got our hands on some sensitive information about Michelle Williams. We hear she's in a facility outside of Los Angeles, California. We want to be respectful and report it with, basically, like, we want facts before we report it.
We're going to report it, but we just want to make sure this is true.
But you have a chance to say something.
Yeah, and so I was like, yo, you ain't finna tell my story. You ain't even tell what I'm going through. And so I gave my manager my passwords and everything because I'm in the hospital. I can't tweet and Instagram. Mm-hmm. And he had to post it for me. I don't know who told it. It could have been the person serving me them powdered eggs because I had to eat with everybody. And I loved it.
I don't think people realize, too, that like how much we reinforce the stigma of mental health because we're so inconsiderate of people's mental health.
Yeah. And I've learned I try not to call people crazy anymore. Mm-hmm. It's just certain things I've been learning. But in the hospital, the whole place, when you go to lunch, it would look like this.
A mess?
No.
Everybody's at lunch.
No, it would look like this. I can't look at you and tell you what your issue is. Because you're not what we see on TV as crazy or the person that needs to be in the mental health facility. I just hate that people found out, and I think that's what keeps people from getting the help and the treatment that they need.
So you didn't tell anybody that you were going, just Chad and
Chad. I wasn't even telling my mom, but I was like, man, if so I called certain people that were close to me, and then other close people, when they found out media.
I was going to ask about that. What, did your friends call? Because it was all over the press, so I'm sure old members of your group and friends.
Yeah,
and
no. Everybody was reaching out. Charlotte Measy was one of them.
That's a fact.
All right, we got more with Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child and Chad Johnson, her fiance. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're speaking with Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child and her fiance, Chad Johnson. Charlamagne?
Michelle, you still haven't told us how you shot your shot at the pastor.
She slid in my DMs, man. She slid in my DMs.
That's what you did? I believe that.
Tell the truth.
I'm going to let him be great. Now, everybody in this room, on a count of 3, when you respond to somebody's IG story, where does the message go? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Mm-hmm. I did not press message to slide in your DMs, Pastor Chad.
First.
Don't do me.
But technically, you were in his DMs.
And technically, I was technically in his DMs.
Technically speaking, it wasn't a comment. It was a
communication
DM.
Started. He reached out to me to thank me for coming to the retreat, and that's really all the text was. Mm-hmm. Then the first other text, you said I dissed you. I don't recall it being a diss.
How'd you diss you, Chad?
Because I was trying to reach out, and I said, hey, trying to curve it from business talk, ministry talk
that's
to
the best
like,
salad I ever had in my life.
You know what I mean? Like, how do you kind of curve this to like, hey, what about
what did you say, Pastor?
What about me and you?
What's that?
What about me and you connecting sometime?
That's what you said.
Something like that. Some corny like that.
No.
Not without God, just me and you.
Just me and you. Just me and you. You bring him to the table. I'll bring him to the table if you want to. However, me and you. What about me and you connecting sometime?
Yeah.
So. I get, you see the little bubbles pop up on the phone, right? Uh-huh. I mean, she's responding before I can set the phone down. And she says, in all caps, connect with 6 question marks.
Wow.
And I'm like,
oh, that was
so here's how I heard it.
So well.
Here's how I heard it. Connect. Like with you? Connect? What you mean connect?
Like,
with you?
You gotta curve it back. You be like, I'm not talking about. mentally and just have a conversation with God. I said that's why I would have went with it because I'd have been scared that she's
Michelle,
trying to
now that did sound like you curved him.
You definitely seem like
what I'm saying?
You're the first woman to say that,
you
bro.
are the
Because
first
you
woman.
wrote connect in all caps with question marks.
Because I was like, so for me, it was clarity. Connect? Regardless how you heard it, I wanted clarity. Connect what? Connect 4?
Right, exactly, man.
You know what connect?
Well, you should have came back and say, my bad, I meant connect over a phone call, or if I'll come to LA, we'll do lunch,
What
dinner.
did you say back?
Nothing.
Well, here's why. Because my best friend, my boy, he was talking me into it. And I said, man, you know where I'm at. Like, I haven't dated in 6 months.
Right.
I'm done with this whole situation. So I was like, if I get dissed, like if I get rejected right now, I'm going to punch you in the mouth. Because I can't handle it.
That's not very pastorally.
You know what I'm saying? Right, exactly. We'll get to know each other a little more, man. So I was like, I just chucked the phone at him, hit him in the chest. He's like, man, it can't be that bad, right? So he picks it up. I was like, read it, bro.
Connect.
And so he reads it, and he's like, oh, damn. Like it's bad. It is that bad. Like she did dish you.
What you should have did because you weren't
so-
sure was you should have hit her back and said, "Oh, I'm sorry if I was out of bounds," and then that would have.
He didn't say none of that.
I was
he
like,
didn't
I
say
should
any,
have,
and then
but I was like,
he didn't
man,
talk to me
see.
for weeks. I was like, dude, you should.
So then a couple weeks later
you
is when
should have
she
just
slid
hit
in
me
my
back
DM.
like, oh, I meant connect, like something.
Nah.
So just fast forward, Cliff Notes version. So we started FaceTiming like every night, every day.
Praying for you.
Yep.
And you got to FaceTime with the right angle.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was looking so yummy
She said,
FaceTiming.
I was throwing my arm up on my head like this.
He was so cute. And so then for a few months later, we actually saw each other in person and went out on our first date, but he had a chaperone with him.
A chaperone?
Yeah.
Come on.
And,
You brought your mom with you?
No, he had one of his little interns or
I had
something.
an intern.
I
I
was
was
like,
doing work for the
You
Dodgers.
really trying to mess this up,
So
man.
I was in LA doing some work with the Dodgers, right?
Oh, gosh.
And she was in LA, and so I finally said, I'm extending my business trip.
Let's connect.
But you brought your intern with you?
He was hanging.
That's hella bougie, child.
That's weird.
You know what I'm saying?
So it was cool. It was cool. And then we started kind of like really dating. And then he told me in June of that year, he was like, he's done looking. I was like, oh.
You use medication, Michelle?
I do.
Okay.
I just started with this last stint because I was trying to do it holistically. Like, I'm just going to work out. I'm going to do this. And so I just wasn't disciplined in that area. And I did start on medication. It's been working, but it's like, man, I'm scared of medication because you take one thing and then you got to take one thing for this symptom, and
See,
then
that's how
it's
black
just,
people think. Like, I'll take this, then I'm gonna be on coke, then I'm gonna be on crack, then I'm gonna be on heroin. Like,
No!
what are you
Talking about.
No,
I don't think she meant it. I don't think she meant it.
Real
legal
prescribed
substances.
That's
medication.
what people always think. You get stuck on opioids and stuff. That's what people
No,
think.
I didn't mean
Absolutely.
that. I meant like, will this medication cause another ailment? Then I got to take another medication for that ailment that
Right.
this could possibly cause.
What if y'all get married and the sex is whack?
Don't you do it, Charlemagne.
Sorry. God know my heart.
But
Don't you do it.
What if? No, I'm just kidding.
I like
It's
this
not-
conversation.
I don't think it's
Let's keep talking about sex.
because
man.
did we talk about it? Not to be vulgar, because
You have seen him naked though.
I've seen some nice pictures and like him in the gym.
You haven't seen him naked
he's
in person?
Awesome. He's awesome.
Okay.
You haven't seen his
Maybe
whole
you're asking
garage,
too many
though.
questions about what he looks like.
Stop it,
You
y'all.
haven't seen Moses' staff?
No, we have not taken a shower with each other.
Hilarious.
Did you see Moses' staff?
What?
You didn't see Moses' staff?
Charlemagne.
Why are you so concerned about
You
what
didn't see
Dad
the
looks
snake?
like naked?
You didn't see the snake that was in the garden?
What did Moses do with his staff, brother?
I don't remember.
He worked miracles.
There you go.
We're gonna have to elope. Let me tell you something.
That was the one that did it for you. That line make you want to elope and do it right
I
now.
want to elope. Like, let's go. I really,
We're gonna
really
be all right.
love
We're gonna be all right.
him holding me, snuggling with me.
And this week, she's been pretty frisky.
Oh, it might go
Even
down
in New
then.
York, I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, Chad laid down the law. He's the one
I'm like,
saying
wait
we're
a
not
minute.
going to do this. It's not Michelle. So.
No, we're gonna make it. We have something to uphold. And listen, this is to anybody who wants to do their relationship do something different to get what you never had. So that's just my thing.
Well, we appreciate you guys for joining
Thank y'all
us.
for coming. Thank y'all for coming. Thank you for having us.
Wow. Your mind really in the gutter this morning. Wow, Michelle. Man, pray for her. Pray for each other.
I'm trying. Pray for me. Pray for me.
Thank you for having us. Y'all are so, I knew I needed a scripture. Chad, close us out in prayer.
Close us in prayer.
Close us out in prayer. Come on, close us out in prayer. Seriously, honey. Come on, close us out in prayer.
All right, awesome. Father, we thank you so much for your goodness, your grace in our life. We thank you for the way that you have your hand upon us. And God, I thank you for my brothers and my sisters here. Lord God, I thank you. You just go before them, continue to make the way straight. Give them favor as they trust in you. Surround them, Lord God, with a shield. And I just pray, Father, that you would bless them beyond their wildest dreams. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, well, shout out to Michelle Williams for Destiny's Child from joining us, and Chad Johnson, her fiance. You can check their new show out on the OWN network. Now, we got rumors on the way, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Now, let's get to these rumors. Let's find out which white actress, is it Black Twitter?
Blacking.
Okay, let's go.
This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club. So listen up.
Well, Rebel Wilson was on Ellen DeGeneres, and she had this to say about being a plus-sized woman starring in a romantic comedy.
And also, I'm kind of proud to be the first ever plus-sized girl to be the star of the romantic comedy.
Rebel Wilson would be a shoo-in for Donkey today if we didn't have more pressing things to talk about.
Right. Well, things got a little shaky after that because people called her out on it because it's just simply not true. Now, Monique tweeted her and said, "Hey, my sweet sister, let's please not allow this business to erase our talent with giving gray areas and technicalities. Take a moment and know the rest. Don't be a part of erasing it. I wish you the best."
I ain't gonna lie,
Rebel Wilson responded.
Monique talks very nice to white people, don't she?
Yes, Leonard.
As opposed to their own people. I'm just saying.
Well, she was called you Leonard.
Yeah. She spoke nicely to you. Now, Rebel Wilson
told Oprah SMD. Remember that.
Rebel Wilson responded, "Hi, Monique. It was never my intention to erase anyone else's achievements, and I adore you and Queen Latifah so much, and I support all plus-size ladies and everything positive we are doing together." Well, people pointed out, of course, that Queen Latifah and Monique both starred in romantic comedies and rom-coms and had the lead roles in those. And she responded by saying that technically, she said, "Of course I know of these movies." And when she spoke of these movies, she was talking about Just Right, The Last Holiday, which Queen Latifah starred in, and Fat Girls, which Monique starred in. And she responded, "Hey girl, yeah, of course I know of these movies, but it was questionable as to whether, one, technically those actresses were plus size when filming those movies, or two, technically those films are categorized billed as a studio rom-com with the sole lead." So there's a slight gray area.
Now, I don't know about the studio rom-com sole lead thing, but Queen Latifah and Monique were definitely plus sizes.
They
actresses. Like, stop it.
Right. So a lot of people were on Twitter then just going at her, and she started blocking everybody. So that's when this hashtag started with the whole Rebel Wilson block party.
Well, Rebel is culturally clueless, like most people who think mayonnaise is a seasoning are.
Right. So since then, she has responded because people were saying that she was blocking all of Black Twitter for weighing in, even though people were just trying to educate her. And she said, "In a couple of well-intentioned moments, hoping to lift my fellow plus-size women up, I neglected to show the proper respect to those who climb this mountain before me, like Monique, Queen Latifah, Melissa McCarthy, Ricky Lake, and likely many others. With the help of some very compassionate and well-thought-out responses from others on social media, I now realize what I said was not only wrong, but also incredibly hurtful. To be part of a problem I was hoping I was helping make it that much more embarrassing and hard to acknowledge."
Well, just to play white devil's advocate for a second, right? I saw everybody saying that she was only blocking people from Black Twitter and nobody else.
She was blocking everyone.
I'm sure she was blocking
anybody
everybody
that was rude.
But even if she was just blocking people from Black Twitter, have y'all met yourself? Okay, all right. Y'all a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, you've been attacked by them before.
Y'all a little bit more
so
aggressive.
You know where they're coming from.
Y'all a little bit more
aggressive. I think we all have been attacked by Black Twitter.
Once or twice.
Now, she said, "I blocked people on Twitter because I was hurting from the criticism, but those are the people I actually need to hear from more, not less. Again, I'm deeply sorry." Did she unblock everybody?
I'm sure she didn't.
All right. Well, Isn't It Romantic comes out February 14th, just so you know.
Horrible time. Oh, now it's all blow over by then.
Yeah. All right. Now, Remy Ma, she was on State of the Culture, and she had some things to say about the way that Cardi B and Nicki Minaj ended their beef. If you guys remember, they went back and forth, and then at the end of it, they were like, okay, let's move on and make some great music and, keep on with our careers. Well, here's what she had to say about the end of their beef.
I'm different. Like, I'm not going to keep arguing with somebody.
It's different,
I don't want to hear this. Like, I don't want to hear anything. And I think the part that made it the corniest after everything for like a whole 15 hours, and then they're both like, okay, let's be friends now.
That's why it was great. You hate.
Nothing brings me joy like seeing old Remy Ma come out a new Remy Ma.
I think everybody said that, though. I think somebody had to call him and squash that beef. There's no way you can go at my neck all day long and then...
Yeah, but
the
Remy,
11th hour, like, all right, we all good now.
But we don't know what happened behind the scenes.
Well, Remy the OG compared to both of them. Remy want to see some blood. All right, Remy wants to fight.
I mean, when you go too far, absolutely, I get it. Like, you just can't say, okay, we friends now. I'm sure somebody stepped in between and just said, ladies,
that's
chill out.
good. I'd rather that than violence. But drop one of the clues bombs for Remy Ma. I just love.
She like, wouldn't be me.
I just love when old Remy Ma pops out a new Remy Ma, and then they like kind of have a tussle with each other.
I will say, though, it does take a lot for you to go through all of those things. They said some really hurtful things to each other. And it does take a bigger person to actually squash it instead of keeping it going,
By the way, you don't know how they really feel.
Yeah, I don't know how they really
that
feel.
could have just been something for the public. Like, yo, we good.
You right.
Somebody was probably like, look, we got to vote on Tuesday. We got to have this united front right now. This is not the time.
Are they like, Cardi, you just turned yourself in, you know what I'm saying? Because they said you was under investigation for fighting or whatever. So be cool, okay? All right, cool. I'm cool till I see you.
Yeah. All right.
But I'd rather them not.
Nah, I don't, and we don't know that they're friends.
No, they're not no friends now. You better stop that with friends.
All right, now, also got to talk about Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Continue the adventure with Newt Scamander as he teams up with Albus Dumbledore to stop the Dark Wizard Grindelwald's plans to divide the wizarding world. Fantastic Beasts. You got to take the kids, Envy. The Crimes of Grindelwald. That's in theaters November 16th. It's rated PG-13. I bet you can't pronounce these names.
I definitely can't pronounce those names. It's funny hearing you pronounce those names.
Grindelwald. No, that's wrong.
All right, anyway. Well, that is your rumor report. Charlamagne.
Yes.
Who you giving that donkey to?
Well, it's election day, man. So I think that we need to have a little conversation about voting. So I just think, like, everybody who plans not to vote needs to come to the front of the congregation. I'd like to have a word with them, see if I can change their mind a little bit.
All right, we'll do that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Get donkey of the day. Yeah, you dumb ass. You get donkey of the day. Yeah, you dumb ass.
You are a donkey. It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day, huh? I'm gonna fatten all that shit around your eye.
They want this man to throw them blows, man. They waiting for Charlamagne to top these gloves. Let's go.
We had to make a judgment of who was going to be on the Donkey of the Day. They chose you.
It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Okay, guys and gals. Donkey of the Day for Tuesday, November 6th, Election Day. I was going to give it to Rebel Wilson. I'll probably get to her tomorrow, but there are more pressing issues than giving hee-haws to human Twitter eggs. Today is election day in this country that we live in called America. We are all lying to ourselves if we say we don't love America. As a black man, I can say I have a love-hate relationship with this country, but that's a conversation for another day. I am simply giving Donkey of the Day to all you people who have no plans to vote today. I just cannot resist the opportunity to give all you complaining, always talking about problems but never have any solutions, head ass, want to change things but won't do something as simple as going out there and casting a vote to possibly get change. Now, let's be clear. Contrary to popular belief, I don't have any loyalty to any particular party. I didn't start voting until 2008. I voted for Barack twice, Hillary once, and I have voted Democrat in local elections ever since, but I am not opposed to voting Republican. I just haven't come across a Republican who appeals to any of my interests. If I could vote in local elections without registering to any one particular party, I would.
Envy's voting for a Republican locally.
I heard this morning. I would definitely do that if one catered to my interests. But the truth to the matter is my loyalty doesn't lie with Democrats or Republicans, liberal or conservative. I care about right and wrong, good and evil, God and Satan, and black people. Okay? I think everyone should vote for their own interests, vote for what matters to you. All right? Be selfish in the voting booth. Vote for the issues that directly affect you and yours. Don't vote because Rihanna told you to. Don't vote because Diddy told you to. Don't vote because I told you to. Vote because you have a personal interest and the person you're voting for supports your personal interest. I am fine with that. But what I'm not fine with is you not voting at all. I'm not about to sit here and gas you up and say your ancestors died for your right to vote, even though that is true. Because I tend to agree with people like Dr. Boyce Watkins, who say, in reply to those who say you disrespect your murdered ancestors when you don't vote, Dr. Boyce said, actually, our ancestors are disrespected by the fact that you talk about voting but never mention reparations for those homicides. But that's a conversation for another day, okay? I'm with all that, though. All right, I'm not against any of it, and I'm not sure if the Democrats or Republicans care about us. All I know is that I feel a shift in culture, okay, a shift in this society, and I truly believe that whoever we the people elect, I think for the first time ever, we, and I mean black people, are going to start holding politicians accountable. See, the frustration comes from the fact that we vote and we don't see any results, okay? Our neighborhoods stay the same, and America keeps its foot on our necks. Well, I'll be the first to tell you that we didn't do enough. We haven't done enough when it comes to just good old-fashioned democracy. I don't care if every black person that's running all across the country wins. It will mean nothing if we don't hold these people accountable once they're in office. Ain't no celebration, babe. All right, there's work to be done. I don't care if it's Andrew Gillum, Stacey Abrams, Ben Jealous, or Beto O'Rourke, okay? Whoever we put in these offices in these respective states, whoever we elect to that Senate works for us, and we must start acting like it, okay? I understand why you don't want to vote, because you're tired of symbols of change. You want to see actual change. I get it. But the actual change doesn't happen unless we make it happen, and we make it happen by voting. By voting the people we want in, and then keep our foot on their necks the way America keeps its foot on our necks. Oh, it's going to be a whole lot of foot on neck action, baby. Because I don't appreciate those memes that I see different Democrats passing around that simply say, vote Democrat. No. Not until you tell me why I should vote for you, all right? Do my interests mean anything to you? Is your agenda in alignment with my interests? These are the questions that need to be asked. Now, I could be wrong on the year, but I believe in 1964, Malcolm X spoke on Negroes voting. It wasn't the Ballad or the Bullet speech. That was definitely 1964, April 12th, 1964 to be exact. But Malcolm was doing an interview, and he basically said that we need a political awakening, meaning black people must understand the power we possess when it comes to voting. But instead of selling out to these Democrats or Republicans, make them come to us, okay? Our interests have to be their interests, and if neither party can do that, then I have no interest in either party. But let's hear the words from Brother Malcolm himself.
I wouldn't suggest that they vote for any party or either party. I would suggest that the so-called Negroes become politically mature, realize the power that they hold in the field of politics, and then once the person who is running is aware that this man is awakened to the power that he holds, then that person who is running will approach that Negro on a more intelligent plane. As it is right now, most of the Negro leaders sell out for the white politicians for crumbs. And an awakening, a political awakening among Negroes will make it impossible for the present Negro leaders to sell our people out as they've been doing in the past.
So you do think Negroes should vote?
Negroes should do whatever is necessary to bring about a complete solution to their problem.
I could be wrong, but I feel like we are in the midst of that political awakening. That political maturity is here, okay? Malcolm X spoke about, not just voting. He said we got to hold these people that we are voting for accountable to do what it is they said they are going to do, and more importantly, do things that directly impact our communities, okay? The communities from the vote that they covered so much. Democrats, I'm talking to you because you don't win elections without us. So once again, don't sit on your ass today and complain. Get out there and make a damn difference, all right? Bad officials are elected by good citizens who don't vote. In the words of the late, great George Carlin, I truly believe if you don't vote, you lose the right to complain. I think we all realize in 2016 that every election is determined by the people who show up. All right? So people, show the F up. All right? If you don't show the F up, then shut the F up. Because when you don't vote, all right, you get the government you deserve. And I don't have anything left to say other than we do not have government by the majority. We have government by the majority who participate. Okay? Please let Remy Ma give all these foolish people who don't plan to vote the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines.
And I just want to give guys the email address, votesmart.org, right? If you go on there, you can see who's running in your district and who you can actually vote for, what their issues are, all of their speeches, their funding, everything in one place.
Just go see.
So I know a lot of people have questions, but if you go on there, you can see who's running, what their issues are again. You can see how much funding they got, their speeches, all of that information is there for you.
And there's nobody that you're going to like in their whole totality. Okay, so find a few interests that align with yours and vote.
All right. Well, let's open up the phone lines. There's a lot of people out there that are not voting. We'd love to hear from you. Why aren't you voting today? 800-585-1051. We want to talk to you this morning.
Don't call up here with your YouTube comment conspiracy theories.
No, we'd like to hear from you.
I just don't want to hear.
If you're not voting,
if you got bamboozled into thinking you shouldn't vote,
that's right. Call us up right now, 800-585-1051.
Please.
All right, we'd love to talk to you this morning. If you're not voting, you just not voting. I'm not voting. I don't care. I'm not voting. Voting ain't for me. Voting. Call us up.
It's all rigged. Everybody's a puppet. You know what I'm saying? Our votes don't count no way. You know what I mean?
You guys sound like y'all not voting.
I voted this morning and they gave me a ticket to a Tyler Perry movie. I ain't even want to see nobody's fool. What?
800-585-1051. Call us now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're opening up the phone lines, 800-585-1051. Are you not voting today? Now, Charlamagne, he voted this morning before he got here.
Yeah, my polling place opened at 6 a.m. in New Jersey. And being that I got to fly out, I'm flying out tonight to go to Miami for this MTV election after party. I had to go there at 6 a.m. to vote because I didn't do no early voting.
All right, yeah, I'll be going after the show. I'm going to pick up my wife, and then we're going to go vote.
And you know, in the last midterm election in 2014, just over 36% of the voting eligible population actually voted. That's terrible.
See, my thing with voting is simply this.
What?
A lot of people like to complain and they like to talk about problems, but they never present any solutions. If you don't have any other bright ideas, if you don't have any other ideas on how to make things better, why would you discourage people from voting?
Well, let me ask you a question. You didn't vote until Barack Obama was running. What took you so long to vote?
Because I was young. I voted for the first time in 2008. I was a kid. Like, I never thought about it. I didn't.
He was 30 years old. I ain't no kid.
I didn't go to college. I didn't have any. I didn't have any means for government whatsoever. I grew up on a dirt road in Mount Carmel, South Carolina. I wasn't thinking about no goddamn government. Plus, I had that Jay-Z line in my head: "Government, F government. We politic ourselves." Well, whatever the hell that means.
There's some kids out there that probably thinking just like you. I ain't voting yet.
I'm young. I'm 30.
Young. I ain't voting yet.
Well, no. These kids are much more politically inclined than I was. And by the way, a lot of these kids in the hood don't give a damn either. You know what I mean?
Some of the common reasons that people don't feel like they have to vote, they'll say, "I'm too busy. I don't have time." They'll say things like, "I don't like any of the candidates running." They feel like their vote doesn't matter. Those are the reasons why people don't
that's
vote.
another thing, too. Barack Obama was the first person that I felt like spoke to me in my interest, not just because he was black. I just liked a lot of the things that he was saying. He energized me in a way. So that's why I went out there and voted for him.
Well, I voted for Clinton. I've been voting since I was able to vote. My parents made me vote. Hello, who's this?
It's Mike.
And I grew up Jehovah's Witness, but that's a whole other story.
Mike, so you don't vote, Mike?
No, I haven't voted. I don't think I ever will, honestly.
Why?
Well, first of all, the politicians, that they don't care. The only thing they want is their pockets to get bigger. That they run around here acting like they're going to do so much for the community. They never have, and they never do.
Well, that's why democracy is so important, because we got to hold these people accountable. Like, I think a lot of times we get so excited about voting, but once we put these people in office, we fall back. We have to keep our foot on their neck to make sure they do what they said they was going to do before they got in the office.
Yes, have you ever tried to get any policies passed or done anything locally to try to make things happen?
I mean, no, not personally.
Mike, are you black or white, bro?
I'm white. And that's another thing that I feel like bothers me is a lot of people will only vote because the one's white and the one's black. You know, it's they can't look at their values, what they can offer. They vote off color.
I didn't vote for no black person this morning. But that's because there was none on the ballot.
None on the ballot. But you would have if you had this guy. Is
yeah, but you can't say that people aren't doing anything for you and they're just politicians when you're not demanding that they do anything for you.
And you got to know their policies and know what they stand for. Hello, what's your name?
My name's Sammy.
You not voting, man?
No, sir.
Why not?
I haven't voted since 2008 when Obama first was elected. I only voted for that because I was 18 years old, and my pops told me to go out and vote.
So why didn't you vote after that, his second term?
After that, I started doing research for myself. That little clip that y'all played from Malcolm X, I started listening to that. I started listening to Mark Garvey and other cats, you know what I'm saying? And I realized that when you vote for presidents and governors and all that stuff, they really don't care about your local.
You got to care about the local, my brother.
You got to care about your local policies and everything.
I'm glad you said that. See, I'm from Pontiac, Michigan. I don't know if y'all ever been here, but it's a Democratic city. Nothing has changed, and these people have been voting Democrats for years. I run a mentor program. I get out here and I actually mentor. I'm actually out here. I'm hanging doors at women's shelters that's been abused. I'm actually out here doing work.
Which we love and appreciate.
And we appreciate that.
Have you ever gone to speak to any local politicians or inviting them out or asked for things?
I go to city council meetings. I go to town hall meetings. I actually try to urge our people, especially our young people, to get out here and go to these city council meetings and hold these people accountable.
That's right. That's all.
Our ancestors, when people say our ancestors died for our rights to vote, they died for us to control our local government.
That's right. I agree with you.
Government. And that's what I care about. I don't care about no presidents because they don't give a damn about us. But, you know what I'm saying, that's the only thing that I really care about is local. So until we control our local, then we can attack our state. Once we control our state, then we can go forward beyond that.
We got to start locally, though, bro. You can't say you're not voting locally. You're saying you want change, but you don't even want to vote locally.
No, he said he voted locally.
Oh, you voted locally?
Yeah, he said he attended. Listen, I love your approach. Like, I love everything that you're doing. Going to the city council meetings, you have every right to complain, sir. All right? Okay?
Well, thank you for calling, brother.
Hey, most of you have a great day.
All right, 800-585-1051. Are you not voting? Why? Call us now. We want to know why. We want to talk to you. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just join us, today we want you to go out there and vote. Vote, 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 vote.
Why not, man?
But if you're not voting, we want to talk to you.
I feel like, a lot of people, you want to see actual change, but the actual change doesn't happen unless we make it happen. And we make it happen by voting the people we want in. And then we got to keep our foot on their necks the way America keeps its foot on our necks. We got to hold all of these people that we voting in accountable.
CJ.
Hey, what's up, Charlamagne? How you doing, man?
Just Envy, but you ain't voting this morning?
Good morning.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, y'all.
What's up, bro? You not voting?
Nah, man, I ain't voting, man.
Why you not voting,
CJ? I say I'm
CJ?
not voting, man, because our votes don't count as black men or black people in particular. Our votes do not count.
So you think they just go nowhere?
No, it's not. It's not going nowhere. The government has control over everything, my brothers and sisters. They have control over everything. So being as back in, let's say, like 2010, around that time, or 2008 with the votes back down in Florida, what's going on out there, back in, it's numbers, like 179,000.
Bro, your years are so off. You talking about when George Bush and Al Gore was running against each other, sir?
I believe so. But
yeah, that was 04, sir, in Florida.
All right, so regardless of what, our votes don't count. According to the U.S. Civil Rights Commission, concluded that 1,700
Man, if you don't stop pulling these numbers out your ass.
So you didn't vote for Obama. You don't think that it mattered when we all went out there and voted?
No, it didn't matter. They wanted to play whoever they wanted to play in the office. If you watched it was a TV show, right? Broadway Empire, right?
Oh, my God.
Listen. Broadway Empire, right? It was an episode where back in, at that time, they voted on the mayor.
Okay, all right, chill. All right. But listen, let me ask you a question then. You don't want us to vote, so what should the solution be to make change?
It's not going to be any change, bro.
Oh, no doubt.
So just be here.
Have a blessed day, sir.
And don't do anything.
My man.
Okay.
And that's what I be trying to say about all of these people.
God.
A lot of these people who tell you not to vote, when you ask them, so what do we do to make change, they have no solutions.
Well, we have somebody on the line. What's your name, mama?
My name is Shakita. What's up, EUB? What's up, Charlamagne?
What up?
What's up, Shakita? You're gonna catch hell at the polling place now.
No, she ain't voting.
Oh, okay. I can see
well,
why.
She's not.
Go and ask me your first name, Shakita. How you spell that?
Come on, Charlamagne. I'm an African-American queen out here.
I know you are.
Yes, you are, queen.
So at the end of the day, you just came from my city. I'm representing Miami.
Hey, I'm coming back to Miami today, 3:05.
Hey, but I'm living up here in...
You said what?
With Georgia, though.
She living in Georgia, though.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something, man. I'm disappointed in you not voting because I don't know if you know, Stacey Abrams and Andrew Gillum said that if they become governor, they're going to pardon JT. You know what I'm saying? From the city girl. That is a promise. That is a promise.
Charlamagne, I'm going to be honest with you because I keep it 100 just like you. At the end of the day, we was brought up off lies. This is the land of lies. It's the land of the free, but it's also a land of lies. So before I go and vote and tell a lie to myself, I got to keep it real with myself. That's day one.
How you going to say this the land of the free when JT ain't free?
I know he ain't free. I said it's the land of lies.
It's a her.
It's be the land of the free.
It's a her.
But it's the land of lies.
So Shaquisha, what's your name?
Shaquita.
Don't mess my name up. Call me Kiki. You done been to my name. Just call me Kiki.
Kiki. I feel like I met you last week, Kiki.
Nah,
she's in Georgia.
Oh, Kiki. Let me ask you a question, Kiki. So what should we do then? What should we do if we're not going to vote? What's the solution?
Well, my solution is to do more research, to give myself more knowledge on the polls and what's going on. I want to be more aware of what's going on before I just start hitting numbers and hitting buttons.
So you do want to vote. You just need to educate yourself.
Do more homework.
Right.
All right. Well,
Kiki, I just want you to know we had a whole year to do this, Kiki. All right, Stacey
and you can do that today.
I know, Charlamagne. Go ahead and roast me.
No.
Won't you trust me?
I listen to you every morning, so I'm used to it. What's up?
Where you registered to vote, Florida or Georgia?
Georgia.
Trust me and go vote for Stacey Abrams. Trust me.
You go do your homework.
Will you
got
trust
enough
me
time.
on this?
Polls close, I think, what time in Georgia? 8? I think it's 8 o'clock?
I think 8 p.m.
Yeah, you got it till tonight. So do your homework now. You got a phone. You can Google.
If you rock with me, Kiki, do you love me?
No.
Are you riding?
I'm tired of that song. I'm tired of that.
I know she is.
Kiki,
You
trust
feel
me.
Like the whole summer I had to listen to that. Don't do me like that, Charlamagne.
Kiki, trust me. And next time I come to Atlanta, I'll bring you a pack of Newports. Pack of
We don't
Newports
have
on
shit
me.
in Atlanta, and I don't smoke Newport.
What you smoke then?
I'm in the home health aid field. I take care of elderly people for a living. Don't do me,
He's just
Charlamagne.
stereotyping you and
Stereotyping
everything.
you, Kiki.
Don't vote for Charlamagne.
Yeah, don't vote for
I ain't
Charlamagne,
voting.
Kiki.
I ain't running.
You're not
Kiki,
voting.
Go do me a favor and vote for Stacey, man.
I vote for Stacey just for Charlamagne.
What's her
So I'm
last name,
standing in-
Kiki?
Stacey Abrams.
I don't know. By the time I get
Oh, Kiki, come on, baby.
Kiki, you ain't do no research at all.
You better not send
In
Kiki
the
to the
phone
polls.
number. In the
Kiki.
phone number.
Tell her the color.
Kiki, Stacey Abrams. All right, blue.
Blue.
Blue. Vote blue then.
There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
There you go.
You know what? You might not want to send Kiki, bro.
Yes, Kiki. Go vote blue. Walk
We
in
need
there.
all the Kikis out there to get out and vote blue.
Envy. At the end of the day, I take life serious, but I like to joke around because I went through a lot. So I'm no different from you. Feel me?
All right.
I just take life.
Kiki, I love you.
We love you,
You
Kiki.
my sister, all
Kiki,
right?
what's Stacey's last name, Kiki?
Vote blue.
No, man. Her last name is Stacey. Listen, it's Stacey Abrams.
I heard you, but I'm just...
She's just joking. Kiki ain't dumb.
Vote blue, Kiki. Blue.
Please, Kiki,
Vote
go
blue.
vote, Kiki.
Get it, Kiki.
All right.
There's
Good
no
morning,
yellow.
y'all.
You call me back tomorrow or hit me up on social media and let me know you voted, okay?
All right.
I want to see your
And
sticker.
one time for Miami in the building.
Hey, 305.
But you in Georgia.
Yeah, I represent Overtown, baby.
All right.
Overtown.
What color today? What color today, Kiki?
I'm voting blue.
There you go. All right, Kiki. Thank you,
right.
Mama. All right. Oh, my goodness. All right. What's the moral of the story?
Just vote, please.
Go vote. Like, you know what I'm
Please,
saying?
that's
Like, yo, there's nothing wrong with voting, but I do agree that it doesn't matter whether it's the Democrats or Republicans. Whoever we put into these positions, we got to hold them accountable. We got to keep our foot on their necks and make sure that they do what they said that they were going to do before they got into these offices.
All right. Yeah, we got rumors on the way.
Well, find out who is the sexiest man alive.
That's easy. Me.
He's not in this room. All right, we'll tell you all about it.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Let's get into the rooms. Let's talk Idris Elba.
Damn, just give it away.
Sorry.
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report with Angela Yee on the Breakfast Club.
Well, the tease was going to be Guess Who People magazine named the sexiest man alive, but you already said, let's talk about Idris Elba. So congratulations to Idris Elba. He is the sexiest man alive, according to People magazine. What do you guys think about that pick?
I feel like that's been going on for a long time.
I thought they told me People magazine called me and told me it was me.
They definitely didn't call you because magazines can't make phone calls.
Oh.
But if you're saying the editor-in-chief. But yeah, so congratulations to Idris Elba, 46 years old, and a great actor and a lot of longevity. I remember first time seeing him was on The Wire, and since then, so much growth and progression. So congratulations to him.
I mean, it's the white people got to find some other black people fine, right? It was Denzel for a long time. Then it's been Idris for a long time. I guess Michael B. Jordan will be the next 20 years.
You sound hateful.
He'll come
right
after
now.
me. Michael B. Jordan will go after me.
Bro,
In
you
what?
way past
Yes.
your prime.
Chill out, B.
All right,
That's
knock it
what
off.
my wife tells me I'm fine every night.
Well, she
she
should.
ain't got no choice.
Yeah, that's her job.
What are you talking about?
Her job is to make you feel good, so you can get out there
Drop on a
and
cool
go out in the
bomb for her
world.
for being a great wife, okay? Keeping her husband's confidence
She also
up.
tells you you're smart.
All right.
And she says I'm big too. All right.
All right.
He tells you you're smart.
Now, Idris
And
is
you're
also
funny.
currently planning a wedding to Sabrina, and he's proposed back in February. So, congratulations to him.
What do you get with that? Does Chick-fil-A open for you on Sunday? Like, what happens when
Yes.
you become sexiest man
all of
alive?
those things.
Okay.
All right, Drake has posted a heartfelt open letter. One of his fans actually passed away. He met his fan through through the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I love the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that person passed away due to an undisclosed illness. So Drake posted a photo of himself at the bedside of that person, Kay, and said, "Gonna miss you a whole lot. We met through Make-A-Wish and we built a genuine bond. You would text me and check on me while I was on tour and tell me positive things and share your dreams and goals. I'm crying in this pic, but it was tears of joy because we just prayed for you with your father." I'm sorry I missed your text on my birthday. That's eating my soul right now, but you know how much I loved you and was looking forward to seeing you after tour. I don't know why I'm writing this on Instagram. I just need to get it out because it's sitting heavy on my heart. We'll remember you forever, K at the K Diaries.
Yeah, rest in peace to at the K Diaries.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about Mac Miller. They've released the results of how Mac Miller passed away, and they're saying that he died from fentanyl cocaine, and he was also found in the praying position, kneeling forward with his face resting on his knees. They said he was already blue during that 911 call. So it was actually his assistant who found him and made that 911 call. So again, rest in peace to Mac Miller. It's hard, I know, because these results come in so much long after everything has happened, so it's us discussing it yet again, but that is the results. Wow. Charlamagne, in the meantime, is going to be sitting down for a live therapy session, and that's going to be happening with Dr. Jess on VH1. You want to give us some more info?
Well, first of all, dropping the clues bombs for Dr. Jessica Clemens.
She's been up here.
Yes. Dr. Jessica Clemens is out here doing God's work. I think that she's a superstar, and I just think that I like to see people, glow up based off like things that actually mean something. Like she's a public servant. She's really out here doing great work in the mental health space. And I'm doing a live therapy session with her next Monday on VH1 at 10 p.m. And it's real live therapy. It's not like live to tape or pre-taped. Like it's actual live in the moment, just like we're live on the radio right now.
You got to watch your mouth.
No, I don't. It's VH1. I might cry. It's therapy.
No, I'm talking about cursing and stuff like that.
I curse in therapy.
Okay.
I absolutely curse in therapy. So if I curse, I curse. Like it's nothing sexy. It ain't no whole bunch of cameras all throughout the room or nothing like that. It's just me, Jess, and the people. That's it.
Is there going to be people watching in the audience?
No, it's not a live audience.
It's just you two in the therapy session.
In the therapist's office, yeah.
If you cry, who's going to hold you?
If I cry, I cry.
Evie, don't talk about that right now. Okay? You can't make a
mad
joke.
Crazy, okay? But next Monday at 10 p.m. on VH1, it's called In Session Live with Dr. Jess.
All right. Well, we'll keep our eye out for that and remind y'all to watch that. I'm Angela Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.
All right. Thank you, Miss Yee. Charlamagne, Revolt, we'll see you tomorrow.
Charlamagne,
you can't
who's going to hold you tomorrow?
You cannot get me off your mind this morning. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to hold you?
Who's going to hold you?
That's not
Be
the name of the
careful,
song.
because Tracy Chapman might sue you if you keep on singing her song.
You better be careful with somebody jumping your jeans. That's the problem.
All right. Anyway, mix is up next. Let me know what you want to hear at DJ MV 800-585-1051. What was he? Anyway,
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. All right.
I just want to vote. I already voted.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.